Ball in here in the Division 1B final. There's music still blaring in the background. Hopefully somebody will turn that down a small bit. And it's Ryan Taylor on the ball for Clare, trying to go through three Dublin men around him, tries to release the ball out into the middle of the field. Shane O'Donnell tries to whip it up, and he does that, releases the ball back to Cathal Malone. Cathal Malone from way out the field, it's high, it's dropping in, comes off the post and lands down on almost on the 13 metre line, but it's going to be tidied up by the Dublin men. Conor Grow coming onto the ball for Dublin, out to the far side of the field, gets the ball into the centre, into Conor Dunho. Conor Dunho has time to look around here, gets it back to his goalkeeper Sean Brennan, and Sean Brennan now has time to adjust, gets the ball back out into the middle of the field. Dublin on the attack, coming across their own line here, trying to release it into the hands and goes of Chris Crummy. Chris Crummy being tackled out the other side by Peter Duggan, but now he gets away, drills a brilliant ball into the corner, and again Conor Cleary coming out here trying to get it. John Henderson right alongside him as well, but we're coming out with that ball, released out the corner ball, great hook down to the middle, but the ball rolls back, great work from Dermot Ryan, back to Waver Quilligan. Clare on the attack, out to Niall O'Farrell, and Niall looking around here, he has time to look up, find Rory Hayes, he's on the far side, up the ball goes right into the hands up here above of David Fitzgerald, and David Fitzgerald with his familiar style, long striking ball, but the ball goes to the left of the goal, and it goes wide here in the opening seconds of this game. And again now things have quietened down, we can hear our ears here, but as they're still looking down here, puck out for Dublin coming up.
Yeah, Clare playing with the breeze, so they're playing into the city end, so they've withdrawn a lot of players. Shane O'Donnell is at up top with Shane Meehan, so the quality of ball going in there will be crucial.
Again the ball coming up along the line, going out over the line here, down here to our right hand side, and Niall O'Farrell is the nearest man to the ball, just inside the 45 metre line, lining up to take this one. He will again about to tap this one up along the line now. When Niall gets another opportunity today to take a line ball, I'm sure it'll surpass that one, just going out over the line, metres away, just coming off his stick, and it's going to be a line ball now for Dublin from Conor Dunho to take it.
Yeah, and again look at this guy, he goes short again. They keep possession, Dublin.
A ball coming into the middle of the field, now the ball comes back again, looking up, Darragh Lohan comes in, gets the ball in his hand, surrounded, looks for support, gets it back to the far side of the field from Cathal Malone, driving the ball down into the space. It's Clare on the attack, Shane O'Donnell running on, but Mark Rogers is getting there just before him, ball going out over the line, and from where we are up here it's going to be a Dublin line ball.
Yeah, and again that's about 4 line balls here in front of us in the first couple of minutes. Yeah, just the hurley went off, the ball went off Mark Rogers, hurley out for a line ball. Clare now push up and try to pin Dublin back, so it'll be interesting to see what he'll do. The keeper is looking for it, but he's covered.
Peter Duggan is the loose man just behind here at the moment, won't go in his direction now, I can tell you, and would you believe it, it's exactly the same thing as after happening the Dublin line ball as what happened to Clare one just a few moments ago, straight out over the line from where it was placed, so maybe just one of the doors.
Would you blame the hurley or the pitch?
It never happened to me, Tommy. Out to the first side, no. Peter Duggan is lining up to take this one. I think it'll be slightly different here from Peter Duggan. He's looking for options. He has to chip the ball in. He's still standing there. Is he going to go for it? He's going to chip this one in. It's a drilling ball across to the far side of the field. On the ground is David Fitzgerald. Went over his head. The ball goes to the left of the goal and it goes wide. On the clock it will tell us just over 3 minutes gone. No score on the board. The puck comes out to Chris Crummy. He's on the far side of the field. David Fitzgerald is there as well. Both of them at the moment are on the ground. They're back up again. David Fitzgerald whips the ball back out to Dermot Ryan. Dermot Ryan over the right shoulder, landing this one into the danger spot. Up goes Mark Rogers trying to control it. He goes to the ground. It's going to be a free in for a free. Owen O'Donnell was the man that was right on top of Mark Rogers there, and it's going to be a free in for the man from Scariff. Will line up. And if you want an opportunity to start your free taking in a big game like this, you won't get them much better than this. Dead straight in front of the goal, just on the edge of the small semicircle.
Yeah, it's a trademark. Mark Rogers, the defender thought he was going to catch it, but he blocked it down for himself, and as he did, he was pushed in the back, so Thomas Walsh on the button straight away.
And Mark Fitzgerald is striking this one in into the city end here in the Gaelic Grounds, TUS Gaelic Grounds in Limerick, popping it over the bar. That's the opening score of the afternoon from Mark Rogers from a place ball, and your compliments of Matt Waters, Clare Fruit and Veg, and Healy Sparrow off licence in the Turnpike and Ennis. It's a long ball into the middle of the field, heading out for both Claremen, batting it down into the wide open space. Pick up there in the middle of the field. No ball coming back here to Conor Burke. Conor Burke switching play across to the far side of the field. There's a bit of hesitation on the far side, but again Cathal Malone ties it up out to Darragh Lohan. Darragh Lohan again, that long attacking ball, looking for Mark Rogers, trying to control it again ahead of Owen O'Donnell, doing well there again, coming away with that one, looking around here. Great work there from Owen O'Donnell, getting it back to his goalkeeper Sean Brennan. Sean Brennan, back it goes to Owen O'Donnell again. He came back, as I said, he had left the Dublin Hurlers for 12 months, then came back from the Dublin Footballers, and now he's in full flight once again. What a huge asset he is to the Dublin Hurlers at the moment. Sean Brennan has the ball on the stick here. Now he puts it back to the ground. Again, he has the options. Again, drills a simple ball out into the middle of the field, out to Dara Power, looking around here, and Dara Power about to release it into the speed version on the far side of the field. Conor Groke again trying to release the ball. He does that. Into the space it goes. Again looking for it. Again Conor Cleary, football style and the quality footballer he is, trying to get away with the ball right in front of the goal shot.
Brilliant save.
Absolutely, Eibheart Quilligan didn't know anything about the free in, but what an outstanding save from the man from Fakel down here to our left hand side. Looked like an open goal, but again the referee Thomas Walsh.
It's a black card.
It is. It's a black card down here for Rory Hayes. And it's going to be a penalty for Dublin, a black card for Rory Hayes and a penalty for Dublin down here on the clock, which will be 6 minutes on it by the time they get to take the penalty, but that's it.
Yeah, my impression was that it was Hetherington and Cleary were tangling for the ball.
It was, but I think Rory might have come in from the side. We don't have any luxury of looking back at
now
it.
Eibheart has to do it all over again.
No better man taking this one, lining up to take this one will be John Hetherington, will be lining up to take this one right
Power,
at straight. Yeah, well, we see what happens here. Again, Eibheart Quilligan, not the first man, and again not the first time he's going to be facing up to penalties. He's been a brilliant record. Let's see how he gets on. John Hetherington for Dublin, penalty, a shot, a strike. No question, absolutely right hand side of the net as we look at it, into the back of the net for Dublin. 6.5 minutes gone. Dublin a goal, Clare a pint.
Yeah, and Clare a player down as well now, so I mean they're frantically here trying to organise. It looks like David Fitzgerald has come out to midfield, and David Reedy has come out a bit further, so now against the breeze, Dublin now lead by a goal to a point with Clare a player down.
I was just going to say, Clare playing with a strong breeze here. Ball into the middle of the field. Great work there by Conor Donoghue, trying to release the ball. He does. Gets it back out into the middle to Paddy Doyle. Paddy Doyle back over to the far side, back to Owen O'Donnell. Owen O'Donnell going through the centre, looking for support. Gets it across from Paddy Doyle, trying to switch play across to one side of the field to the other. Now it comes back into Conor Burke. Conor Burke looks up, finds space on the far side of the field, trying to strike this one on the far side of the field, and about to take it Chris Crummy from way out the field. It's a dangerous dropping ball right in. Eibheart tries to control it in the square, says the referee. It's going to be a free out for Clare. Back to the Innes Road goal here, and Eibhart's about to take that. He does. He takes it fast. Gets it out to Conor Lean. Conor Lean, he's on the far side of the field. He's trying to get past Keane O'Sullivan. Releases the ball out to Dermot Ryan. Dermot about to strike it. He does. Places the ball right in front of Shane O'Donnell. Can he get control of it? He does get control of it. He's going through the centre. Now what's he going to do? He's going to shot. Oh, what a goal!
He's back.
Absolutely, Shane O'Donnell controlled the ball in the air. He went straight in at the Dublin defence and gave a small shimmy and into the back of the net. Sean Brennan, no chance inside. That's the answer to the penalty. It won in. Shane O'Donnell, 8 minutes gone. 1-1 for Clare. 1 goal for Dublin.
Yeah, it was a strange opening 8 minutes. Still, there didn't seem to be any urgency, and now it is after springing to life with a goal at either end. So let's hope the tempo and the intensity picks up a bit.
Paddy Smith taking the ball from Sean Brennan from the puck out. He's Dublin on the attack, trying to get control of it. Ball rolling into the centre, trying to get that ball away. John Hetherington is in there in the middle of it, trying to get it. David Reedy comes out to help out, gets it back to Conor Lean. Conor Lean again, drilling the ball through the centre. Mark Rogers running onto it, trying to get control of it, but great work back there. And Conor Donoghue is the man that picks it up to Chris Crummy. Chris Crummy opening up the Clare defence. Ball to the far side of the field, trying to pick it up as Keane O'Sullivan. He does that, gets out there ahead of Conor Lean, and from way out the field strikes this one in and pops the ball straight over the bar. That's a brilliant score from Keane O'Sullivan. Had a bit of work to do, but was facing the terracing stand at the far side, turned back into the centre, slotted the ball over the bar. It's all the ones on the scoreboard. 9 minutes gone, 1-1 to 1-1, size level.
Yeah, Shane O'Donnell now wins possession from the puck out.
And it comes up to Shane O'Donnell again. Now he's going to dance his way through, and again pops the ball straight over the bar. What a fantastic 90 seconds there from Shane O'Donnell. A goal and a point. Clare go back into the lead. It is 1-2 to 1-1. Clare Clare lead.
Yeah, and look at I tell you, Dublin now will be disappointed with the extra player back there giving him those opportunities, because when he's on form, those mistakes will be punished.
Again, they're trying to get the attack on the far side of the field. Now it's in there, right inside in the middle of it, Brian Taylor trying to move that ball away. Dublin trying to clear the lines. They're on the attack in the middle of the field, looking around here, trying to strike the ball, wide open space, looking for Keane O'Sullivan. He gets that ball again ahead of Conor Lee. Now release a brilliant ball right inside to the far side. Brian Hayes trying to get the ball into his hand, just popped out of his hand. Danger in front of the Clare goal, cross to this side of the field. Now running onto it out here is Fergal Whiteley. Fergal Whiteley has been tackling, and again won back by Conor Ryan. David Reedy is back there. He comes down with the ball, tries to get it out. He does, out to Peter Duggan. Peter Duggan shoving players out of the way, looking around here, challenged out there. Conor McHugh, ball goes to the ground, still trying to win it right down here in front of us, out to the far side. Dermot Ryan goes in, David Reedy goes in, comes over the ball and drives the ball down into the corner. Running onto this Mark Rogers. Will he get the bounce? He does. He gets the bounce. Now he's looking around here at options, moves the ball out to Shane O'Donnell, gets the ball back off the 1-2, strikes the ball from out to field. It's high, it's dropping in. What a fantastic score that is from Mark Rogers. He did a 1-2 in some shape or form with Shane O'Donnell, popped it over the bar. 10.5 minutes gone. Clare 1-3, Dublin 1-1.
Yeah, look at this. There's lots of space up there still, you know, and if we can get that ball, both sides are very cautious when they have the ball. They're trying to hit that perfect ball to the inside line. Dublin trying to work it through the lines.
And the danger man is on the far side. Dara Power coming onto this ball. He's out on the 45 metre line. Will he have a crowd from out the field, keeping an eye on Aver, keeping an eye on the umpire, and up goes the white flag as he pops the ball straight over the bar once again from the stick of Dara Power. Coming up along the line on the far side of the field. 1-3, 1-2. Clare lead by a single point, 11 minutes gone.
Yeah, it's very noticeable that a lot of top players have a lot of time. Mark Rogers.
And again, Mark Rogers getting this one in, and again he popped that ball straight over the bar, taking the ball out of the sky. He did, and again had no, absolutely in two minds, absolutely not. Has saw the point right in front of him. 11.5 minutes gone. Is 1-4 to Clare, 1-2 to Dublin.
Yeah, I was just, you know, you'd be just thinking there now with these new rules. If you took on a player in that position, would you be looking for that black card penalty? You know, it's something now that defenders, you're going to ask big questions of them.
Absolutely. Brian Lohan down there with the hands folded. Cameron Flynn from Westmeath is the linesman right down here in front of us, and it's going to be Niall O'Farrell lining up to take this line ball. Again, looking around here at the options, and in fairness to him, they're limited, but he finds Ryan Taylor running onto this one, and Ryan Taylor from way out the field, blocked down. Great walk in there inside, but it comes into Shane O'Donnell. Shane trying to get the ball into his end. He does that. Now he goes through the centre. Now he gets turned upside down. Now he gets it out to Dermot Ryan, but again the referee has indicated, is it a goal? No, it's not. The referee has called the play back. It's going to be a free, dead straight in front of the goal. But again, Shane O'Donnell making his mind here, there's no question about it, creating havoc down here to the right hand side. You know, the referee, Thomas Walsh, in fairness to him, he had blown for the free.
Yeah. And again, I now, I don't think if you have to be the last man back, but if there was a goal scoring chance, I don't know, it's open to interpretation, but I think in fairness to the referee, he did pull back, even though Dermot Ryan went and scored a goal. But look, it'll be a tap over for Mark Rogers.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Rogers dead straight in front of the goal here, with the clock telling us there'll be 30 minutes on the clock before Mark Rogers will strike this one. And again, it's 1-4 to 1-2. Clare leading at the moment, playing with the strong breeze. Rory Hayes will be putting the helmet back on very, very shortly here and making a reappearance from the black card, and Clare will be back to 15 players. Let's see what happens right down here. Mark Rogers dead straight in front of the goal, and again in the middle of the semicircle this time, off the 20 metre line, strikes the ball in and pops the ball straight over the bar. 1-5 to 1-2 it is here. 13.5 minutes gone in the first half.
Yeah, Clare have settled down. You know, they've got the grips. Brian Lohan has gone back into the defence, so you know the damage has been limited with the 14 men. But you know, Clare with a strong breeze, leading by 3 at the moment.
Again, the ball is doubling on the attack. His ball dropping down here. Conor Cleary's waiting for the ball to bounce into his hand, and that's exactly what it does. Gets it back to Aver Quilligan. Aver has time to look up. He hasn't that much time, but he has a bit of time. Puts the ball back to the ground again now, but to strike the ball. out to the far side of the field. Is a long attacking ball into the space, but the ball is going to roll back right into the hands of Chris Crummy. Back here at centre half back, looking here at the options, getting the ball out here to the middle of the field. Out it goes to Conor Groke, popping the ball into the corner goal, and it's Conor Lean getting out there ahead of Keane O'Sullivan. And again, in fairness to Conor Lean, he might have needed just a little bit of adjustment here, but again, he forced out to that ball, which was very important from Keane O'Sullivan's point of view. Now he seems to be hobbling a small bit, but he'll be okay. I would imagine Diarmuid Ryan will go back to take this free for Clare on his own 45-metre line.
Yeah, look at it. It's a bit, that rain that we had previous, prior to the game and just before the start, and it's even, if we look out over the Clare Hills over there, like it's misty, so the ground is a bit slippy on top. Let's hope now that Conor, he looks like he's fine. It's just probably when he went down, you can see the skid marks he left.
Absolutely, it's going to be Diarmuid Ryan, and Diarmuid with the ball dropping right down to the edge of the square, waiting for a Peter Duggan going up, gets the ball hand and gets the ball back on. That's a super score. Shane Meehan, the man. Peter Duggan went up with the stick, as he's very familiar doing, blocked the ball down right into the hands of Shane Meehan, and Shane popping the ball straight over the bar. 1-6 to 1-2, 15 minutes gone. Clare enjoying a 4-point lead at the moment.
Yeah, and again, I think a good improvisation by Duggan, to bring the ball down, because but more importantly, Meehan was alive that, for a second there was a goal chance, but took it over the bar. Meehan and Rogers have continued their good league form, from the start of this league.
Absolutely, it's going to be once again down in the middle of the field here. It's going to be Darragh Lohan lining up to take that ball. 55 out from his own corner flag. Brilliant ball into the space that goes, running onto it to Shane O'Donnell. Again, getting inside to Shane Meehan. Shane Meehan trying to take him on the double side, tries to go through centre. What a goal from Shane Meehan. He had no doubt whatsoever in his mind when he got that ball rebound off Shane O'Donnell. He was going right through the centre, and he gave the shimmy inside to Conor McHugh, no question about it. Popped it into the back of the net, and Rory Hayes is back onto the side. 2-6 to 1-2, 16 minutes gone. Clare leading at the moment.
Still, after 16 minutes, I see real fear in full backlines now about this black card penalty, because Meehan did what I hoped he'd do. He took him on, and again the defender has to make a decision. Rory Hayes, welcome back.
And Rory Hayes goes up in the air, comes down with the ball, out to Cathal Malone. Again, the ball right to the wide open space. And now Dublin introducing a sweeper right back here to the far side of the field. And he has time to look around here, waiting for that ball. It's Conor McHugh down here. Chris Crummy pops the ball right into the centre at the moment. It's Dublin on the attack, releasing it out here to Conor Burke. Conor Burke trying to get through the centre. Again, being challenged out here outside. Comes on to Darragh Power. Darragh Power going through. Clare going in for it, looking for that ball. Again, they're tackling heavy in the middle of the field, trying to get that ball away. Now they get it back. Crumb again out to Owen O'Donnell. Owen O'Donnell, it's time to look up. That's brilliant from Peter Duggan. Puts in the hand, gets the ball away. Can he get it into his hand? He does. He's going right through the centre. Peter Duggan, will he pop it over the bar? Let's see what the umpire, he will. He sends the ball straight over the bar for mostly on the sideline. And again, Clare stretching the lead here. 2-7 to 1-2. 17 minutes gone.
Yeah, again, look at it. I mean, there was a potential goal opportunity there, but I think he elected to take the right thing. But, Clare, in fairness, between Duggan and Farrell, overturned the ball, and Dublin now come on the attack.
And the ball goes up. Keane O'Sullivan was going up for that ball, but Conor Lean has moved out right on top of him at the moment. Back to Rory Hayes, looking around here, looking at options, spins the ball around, and again that high ball into the middle of nowhere it goes at the moment, and the man waiting for it right there is Sean Brennan, the Dublin goalkeeper, getting it out to this side, out into the hands of goals of Conor Groke. He's about to be challenged out there in the middle of the field by Shane Meehan, going through the centre, knocks the ball out of his hand. He goes back, he picks it up, he gets it out here to the middle of the field to Darragh Power, and Darragh Power back to his goalkeeper once again, Sean Brennan, down here to the far side. He switches play from one side of the field to the other, looking for support. Out here goes out to Conor McHugh, trying to get through the centre. Into the centre goes to Paddy Smith, the full back, up along the line, far side of the field, and first of all goes out to Brian Hayes. Brian Hayes putting the ball on the stick, going right through, trying to take on Diarmuid Ryan. He has bypassed Diarmuid Ryan. He's still going through the centre, accelerating through the centre. Absolutely brilliant. The ball coming out
Mark
there.
Rogers.
Comes out to Mark Rogers. He's back. He's even playing between the full back and centre back position at the moment. Gets the ball into his hand, tries to drive it down to the far side of the field, and again it goes down to Shane Meehan. Can he get control of it? The ball goes right past him at the moment, and again he's back on his feet, and the ball goes to the right and wide. 18 and a half minutes gone. Clare 2-7, Dublin 1 goal and 2.
Strange game, isn't it? it's it's hard to make anything of a make or shape to the team. Dublin obviously are intent on keeping the ball, working the ball through the lines. Clare, working hard and turning them over again.
Absolutely, Clare again. Cathal Malone in there fighting for that ball. Again, it comes out into the centre. Picked up inside there, brilliantly picked up there by Diarmuid O'Dooley. He's been fouled. It's going to be a free for Clare, for Dublin, just inside the 65-metre line, belonging to the Clare men. Again, instructions down on the sideline there from Brian Lohan, from players out on the field here at the moment. But it's going to be a free in for Dublin.
Yeah, and I suppose another rule change is the descent rule. So now if you even feel that you're 100% right, you have to zip it and keep it closed, because the resultant penalty is 30 yards, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
yards,
it is.
So, yeah.
And again, it is going to be Diarmuid O'Dooley lining up to take this one for the Dublin men, placing this ball right down here in front of us at the moment. As he said, lining up to take it from the Commercials Club in Dublin. Again, 2-7 to 1-2. That's the scoreboard he's striking into. The sun has come back out. It's high enough. It's heading for the Cratloe Woods on the far side. It goes to the right of the goal and it goes wide. Almost 20 minutes gone. 2-7, 13 points, 1-5, 1-2 for Dublin, which is 5. Clare leading by 8.
Yeah, look, I think it's Clare are well in command at the moment. And again, those goals probably being the difference. I think we limited the damage with the extra player, and it looks like now, as you said, I think Chris Crumley has adopted it at one end, and Rory Hayes is our free player at the other end. So helmet is off now, which will mean
Tomas Walsh is going over here, just one of the Dublin
players.
McHugh,
I think, is at the corner back.
Yeah, I think he was lining up to take it, and we'll just see what happens at the moment. He'd be back. He just took a knock there. Helmet is off at the moment, but he's back on his feet. There's going to be probably a blood substitute. John Bellew is getting ready to come onto the Dublin side here for just a few moments, but he'll have to come off the field and then go back on, and hopefully he'll do that as well for the Dublin side. Sean Brennan is the man that's going to line up to take the free as soon as Tomas Walsh gets away from the gathering down here to our right hand side, and it is Conor McHugh putting the helmet back on. That's it. And I don't know, Tommy, well, I know when you take off a helmet to come back on, but it doesn't apply here today for some strange reason. Now it does apply. He has to come off the field, step out over the line. Step out.
And Furlong has instructed the linesman to tell him to come off, I think, and then come back in the next play.
Come back in. It's exactly it. And it's going to be Sean Brennan lining up to take this one. It's a long ball dropping right into the edge of it. Up they go again. The ball breaking behind at the moment. Dublin men trying to get their hands on the ball. There's 6 or 8, 10 players maybe there on the far side, and they get about a strike. It's a brilliant goal from Dublin. Again coming out of the melee down here to our left hand side. Again looking back to the far side of the field. And I can tell you, Keane O'Sullivan was the man that finished it. And I can tell you, there was one unhappy manager down here because there was a whole gathering of players, and the ball just rolled out to Keane O'Sullivan, and he sent the ball into the back of the Clare net. 2-7 to 2-2. 21 and a half minutes gone here in this first half, and Clare at the moment leading by 5. In there goes to Peter Duggan, coming off the hand of Peter Duggan out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for Dublin inside their own 45-metre line. It is going to be Conor Burke that will take this line ball for Dublin.
Yeah, I can understand Brian Lohan's disappointment and frustration, because it was a ball that Clare had plenty of defenders around to at least kill. That'll be one. That's too easy to give away.
Ball going over, and again it's going into the hands inside, trying to pick it up is Niall O'Farrell. He's on the ground, he comes back, takes the hit there from John Heatherton, fouled by the Dublin man. It's going to be a free out once again for Clare, and Ever Quilligan was the man that'll line up to take this one. He takes it fast. It's a long delivery right down on top of Shane O'Donnell down here, and Owen O'Donnell as well. Don't think they're related. The ball goes out to the far side to Conor Grow. Ball goes to the ground as Shane Meehan almost gets it into his hand. Shane O'Donnell is back up. Mark Rogers is looking for it, and again there's going to be a foul. There's going to be a free right in front of the goal for Mark Rogers and for Clare here, and again he's lining up to take this one. I think this is the one that will put him into the overall lead in the Alliance Hurling League Division 1B here at the moment, and he was 3 points behind Sean Elliott from Antrim, but I think this is the one that will put him in front, right on the edge of the semicircle once again. Mark Rogers, almost the very same line as he's taken the previous two, dead straight in front of the goal, and And again, he put to pop this one in and sends it straight over the bar. City end here in TUS Gaelic Grounds. 2-8 to 2-2 it is. 23.5 minutes gone here in the first half. The sun has appeared, the rain has disappeared, and the wind has calmed down.
Yeah, it's very apparent still. I think that if we get that ball in fast into that inside line, you know, that there are innings to be made there, either from play or, you know, the freeze. So I think Clare, you know, if we can get a grip around there, we've a turned over again.
We've a turned over again and again. The ball just coming off the stick down there of Owen O'Donnell, and the referee is going over here at the moment now. He's going to have a word, and he's going to have a word with one to do, even though it's 45 metres out. It's very interesting here for Paddy Smith at the moment. He's been spoken to by the referee, and it was a pretty clear. This is a yellow card. It's a yellow card for Paddy Smith here. Close to the goal, that would have been a certainty for a black, but it's a free for Mark Rogers.
That was a conscious decision to foul, I think, because he knew where he was, like, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. You know, defenders now in the split second have to make up their minds, you know, the consequence, you know, for the team and himself. But again, no doubt about it, it was a free because O'Donnell was away.
As I said, it was under 45. It was closer. It would have been a different colour, I would imagine, for Paddy Smith. But he's on the field, and that's the way we wanted. Out to the far side, popping this one in is Mark Rogers, sending the ball straight over the bar once again from a place ball. 2 goals and 9 points for Clare. 2 goals and 2 it is for Dublin. 25 minutes almost on the clock here before Sean Brennan pucks the ball out here. 10 plus additional time here. And then it's Dublin on the attack. Commentary compliments Matt Waters of Clare Fruit and Veg. Up they go for it, and Healy sparring off licence, ball going out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for Clare.
Yeah, I think came in just took a minute, but I think he got it right.
It is going to be a Rory Hayes that will line up to take this one. Again, just sending the ball back behind the 45 metre line here, down here to our left hand side. Again, now he's gone back behind the line, and again just going away from it slightly. Ever side, about to take this one. Good strike back into the space that goal. Up they go for it, trying to tackle that ball is Owen O'Donnell. Gets the ball back out into his hand. Out it goes to Chris Crummy in the middle of the field. Now the man on the ball at the moment is Dara Power. Dara Power across, low ball back into the centre. It should be, and it is Niall O'Farrell, and Niall going up for that one, coming out, trying to release the ball out here to Peter Duggan. Peter Duggan again switching play across to the far side. That one will go out over the line. That's just what has happened on the far side of the field. It's going to be a line ball for Dublin, and it's taken fast.
Yeah, Conor Lean just a small bit lax there. Dublin went short, and now they go on the attack with a long ball.
And the ball going in, it is going to be Rory Hayes, first man to the ball, trying to pick that ball up. He gets the second chance, he takes it, and he's coming out with the ball on the stick, up along the line. Back out it goes to Shane Meehan, and Shane Meehan that's grabbing the ball out here, putting it on the stick, driving forward, delivery out to Shane O'Donnell. Shane O'Donnell trying to get control of it. He does that on the first attempt, looks around here, releases a brilliant ball out to David Fitzgerald. Oh, what a shoulder. David Fitzgerald ball just knocked straight out of his hands, and a great defensive work here by the Dublin men. Out to Conor Donoghue about to be tackled, and again he's been tackled by Peter Duggan. Back into the centre, trying to get that ball away. Ryan Taylor almost getting the ball into his hand. Diarmuid Ryan is out there in the middle of the field as well, waiting for that ball to break. Again Dublin trying to get control of it. Again Tomas Walsh has all eyes on that one. It's going to be a free for Dublin just inside their own 45 metre line, and it's probably one that's going to land very, very close to Waver Quilligan, if not beyond him.
Yeah, I think probably the keeper is looking like he's making himself available to look at. I think Clare need to pick him up. Yeah, O'Donnell has him picked up. I think into the breeze probably they're going to go short and try to work the ball. It's very evident that, you know, they're not prepared to hit long, hopeless ball, that they'll work it. But on the downside, I think Clare have turned them over a good few times. And you know, I just noticed the last time, if you watch their puck outs, the set moves where a guy moves to vacate space and all that. But Clare so far, you know, dealing with if it goes long, I think Clare winning the majority of the balls. And I think at the other end, where they were going to Hetherington, I think Conor clearly has you know, denied him any possession there. So I think they'll be quite happy with that.
Absolutely, it's going to be a free for Dublin. Again, Tomas Walsh just waiting for players to move away, more mentors and first aid to move off the field at the moment, hobbling away right down here under us at the moment. But it's going to be a free. We're going to stick right now with Conor Burke taking this free, coming off the side here. I think is it. I'm just trying to look down here as out to the middle of the field, sent the ball away, and Peter Duggan was the man that picked it up. It's into Shane again. He's he's almost on the ground. He's back up. There's 2 men there on him at the moment, looking around here, and it is Dublin on the attack. Down here to this side of the field, running onto this ball is Chris Crummy, again being challenged. That's brilliant out there, I say, from Rory Hayes. He looked around here, never took his eye off the ball. In it goes to Darragh Lohan. Darragh Lohan putting just covering the ball there from way out the field, but that's a high ball into the middle of the field. Conor Donoghue, the ball goes to the right of the goal, and it goes wide. 2-9 to 2-2, Clare lead. 28 and a half minutes gone here in the first half of the Division 1B National Hurling League final. It's out to Shane Meehan. Shane Meehan has options, dancing his way inside Conor Groke. Now he goes back to the left. Will he strike this one from out the field? It looks good. It is good. Up goes the white flag. Shane Meehan can put his full name on that one, let me tell you. He won the ball, had a bit of work to do, and popped the ball straight over the bar. 2-10 to 2-2, Tom.
Yeah, I think we've seen the coming of age of that potential that we knew that Shane Meehan had. You know, he got an extended run in the league, and I think that's really shown, playing with great composure and confidence.
Again, it's going to be Dublin on the attack. Down here to this side, releasing that ball into the centre. Crummy from way out the field. It's a long ball. Good work, Paddy Doyle into the space at goal. But again, Rory Hayes tidying up here to the back, trying to whip that ball into his hand. Looks around here, moves the ball across to Conor Cleary, and Conor has time to get it out to this side. Out it goes to Cathal Malone, and Malone looking up, ball into the wide open space. Shane O'Donnell trying to get onto it, but the ball is batted down. Owen O'Donnell is the man that gets the batted ball into the middle of the field, racing through the centre. David Fitzgerald gives the tackle out to the far side of the field. Now comes out to Conor Donoghue, and Donoghue from way out the field pops the ball high and sends the ball straight over the bar once again for the Dublin men. 2-10 to 2-3, almost 30 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes plus additional time left here as the poke out is fast into Ryan Taylor, trying to get control of it, but he's tackled out here outside by Conor McHugh. Dublin win the ball back. It's out into the hands of Diarmuid O'Dooling. He's on the far side of the field, ball going out over the line, says Johnny Murphy, and it's going on the Clare direction.
Yeah, still I'm looking. Rory Hayes very impressive back here. You know, I mean, I think you commented there in that last tackle, he needed to be disciplined and timed, and you know, took that ball cleanly. A man again playing with great confidence.
Again, Dublin coming away with the ball back out into Conor Groke. He delivers the perfect ball out here to the middle of the field, trying to pick that ball up into the hands of Darragh Power. Darragh Power getting the ball back into the space again, looking around here. It's a fast ball, it's out to the far side. Fergal Whiteley coming into the centre, back it goes to Darragh Power. Darragh Power from way out, and again it comes to Conor Donoghue, and Conor Donoghue from way out. That's his second from the middle of the field in just the last 60 seconds here for Conor Donoghue, cutting the deficit here to 6. It's Clare 2 goals and 10 points, Dublin 2-4. Almost 31 minutes gone here in this first half. Shane Meehan is on the ground, but he has the ball in his hand. He's trying to get up. He releases the ball, gets it out to the far side. Conor McHugh for Dublin coming out with that ball again, trying to get past David Fitzgerald. Can get past David Fitzgerald, and it's going to be a free out for Dublin because a foul on the Dublin men way back just between their own 45 and a 20 metre line. It's going right across the field here, one side of the field, you know, to Sean Brennan, up along here to Fergal Whiteley. Fergal Whiteley tackling this one. Cathal Malone batting the ball down. Peter Duggan trying to get into his hand. He does that, tries to release the ball. He's been held, and it's going to be a free. It's going to be a free for Clare right here in front of us on the 65 metre line, about 2 metres in from the sideline here. So this has been an interesting strike.
Probably
here.
his most difficult one to date.
Without a shadow of a doubt, it is.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. It was 2 metres. It's now gone into 3 here at the moment, and the linesman is right down here. Cayman Flynn from Westmeath is down here in front of us. We'll keep an eye on this one from Mark Rogers. As I said, outside the 65 metre line, so you can make a 66 out, about 3 metres in from the main stand here, the Mick Mackey stand here, and he strikes this one in, and I can tell you before the umpire, straight over the bar from the stick of Mark Rogers. Brilliant strike for the Scariff man, popping the ball straight over the bar. 2-11 for Clare, 2-4 it is for Dublin. 32 minutes gone, first half.
Yeah, and again, it's another man bringing his league form, you know, forward with him today. You know, his striking has been impeccable throughout the league, and again today. And it's a 6-1.5 because of another call. Malone will be disappointed, but look at forwards get those ones, don't they?
6-1.5 dozen of another. That's been changed because it's going to be a free in for Dublin here on the far side of the field, and Cahill just frustrated on that occasion out near the sideline. Once again, it's going to be a free for Donegal Dooling, lining up to take this one far side of the field. Again, back in around the goal. John Heatherton is right inside the edge of the square. Conor Cleary is just inside him here at the moment, and I don't think it'll bother any of them. Let's see, maybe a ball coming off the post. Keep an eye on those things. Diarmuid O'Dooling with this one from way way out the field. It's high, it's dropping in, and again the umpire has waved his hands as the ball goes to the left of the goal, and it goes wide. We are into the closing 2 minutes, 2:11 to 2:4. Clare leading by 7 here at the moment, and Ava with the puck out into the hands of Dave, well, almost into the hands of David Fitzgerald, popping out of his hand into the centre it goes. Peter Duggan is looking at the ball in his hand. Again, he's looking for options, gets it out here to Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor putting the ball on the stick, being challenged out there. Ryan Taylor delivering this one in. That's a fantastic score from Ryan Taylor. He was under pressure, he was right. Conor Burke was right on his heels. He swung the stick in and great power out of the shoulders, no doubt about that, because he was in full flight, popped it over the bar. 2:12 to 2:4 it is here. Clare lead by 8. Tom.
Yeah, you would call that one. There was no backswing in it. It was all off the wrists in front of him. Long ball now between. Again, 6 to 1 and half a dozen of another.
Again, we're losing out on that half dozen, I think, Tom.
No, I think
second time.
Conor clearly needs to be careful, because would that be seen as dissent?
Well, it's frustration, we call it.
Which leads to dissent.
There's no need to finish the sentence now. It is going to be, as I said, it's going to be a free in, dead straight in front of the goal.
Gavin Furlong is going for the board now here.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes of additional time down here. David O'Dooling lining up to pop this one straight over the bar. He'll do it very shortly, and that's what he does, pops it over. 2:12 to 2:5 it is here, and we're going in 2 minutes of additional time, but we still have 20 seconds left here so far in this first half. So 2 minutes left here in this of action here as the ball drops out into the hands of David Fitzgerald, and David Fitzgerald trying to get the ball into the hand. He does that on the far side, trying to get away, again being challenged, being fouled. It's going to be a free in once again. It is for Clare on the far side of the field, and Mac Rogers is already making a trek out there to the far side, but trying to take a fast free, but we'll leave it to the man with 15 on his back here. 2:12, 2:5, and we've about 60 seconds of action left here in this first half.
Yeah, great puck out by Aver. You know, he hit it into where Fitzgerald was moving. Yeah, you know, one which defenders don't like. You know, Fitzgerald, no, he took him 2 attempts to get it, but you know, he won that ball. Now Rogers again probably scored one from probably the same distance from this side, did he?
Absolutely, it's a little further from this side. Let's see what happens. It is, but Mac Rogers, very, very tidy angle on the far side. He's back into the open terracing stand on the far side of the field. He strikes this one in. We'll keep an eye on the Sean Brennan. We'll keep an eye on the umpire, and both of them are looking the same way. Straight over the bar, the ball goes from the stick of Mac Rogers. 35 and a half minutes gone. 37 is the half-time whistle here, and there's going to be Sean Brennan once again with the puck out for the Dublin men.
Yeah, Clare look like they've pressed up and they're forcing him to go along now. So again, Cleary and Hedgehoe in under the ball.
Up they go for the ball, dropping down to the ground. Team Ryan trying to get control of it, but now it's released the ball out into Conor Burke in the middle of the field, but Peter Duggan is back there to help out. He's on the ground as well. Conor Burke gets up at the ball, tries to come away with it, releases the ball. Up they go for it, and again Ryan Taylor is the man that tidies up for Clare. Looks around here to this side of the field, gets it back to Waver, and Aver Quilligan is back on the goal mode. He has time now to observe what's happening in front of him, and he decides to go along into the space. He goes into Shane O'Donnell, and Shane trying to get that ball into his hand. He does, looks around here, gets it out to Shane Meehan. Shane Meehan striking this one in. It's higher, absolutely superb from Shane Meehan, but the other Shane laid it on the plate for him. Shane O'Donnell just winning that ball time after time. Shane Meehan finishing that one. It is Chris Crummy on the ball for Dublin, looking around here, looking for options, gets the ball back to the far side of the field. Now gets it out to Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell now trying to get it back to Conor McHugh on the far side of the field. Dublin on the attack, trying to get support. They do. Fergal Whiteley is on the ball. It's a long ball, dropping right into the square at the moment, trying to get that ball away. John Hiddleston trying to win it. Now it's won back by Niall O'Farrell. Great stuff on the Broadford man, getting that ball out to Cathal Malone, and Cathal Malone dribbles the ball up along the line. Up it goes to Diarmuid Ryan. Diarmuid Ryan looking across here to this side of the field, and again switching play entirely, looking and finding Mac Rogers, trying to control it. He does that, tries to strike that ball from way out the field. It's high, it's dropping in, it's inches inside the post, and he sends the ball straight over the bar from Mac Rogers, just outside the 45 metre line. He didn't even hesitate what to do with that ball as the referee Tomas Walsh blows the half-time whistle here in Park the Gael. It's Clare 2-15, it's Dublin 2-5. Tomas Walsh is out in the middle of the field. Second half is up and running. Clare 2-15, Dublin 2-5. Second half Division 1B final here in Park the Gael in Limerick. It's a long dropping ball right into the Clare goal mouth, right into the edge of the square. Ball popping in and straight over the bar, way out on the far side of the field. That's the opening score for the Dublin men with seconds on the clock, Tommy.
Yeah, again the throw in, and again with the aid of the breeze, it took a long time to go over. Now some referees may have pulled the fact that the full forward had backed in on top of Ever, but I think once brilliant catch.
Peter Duggan goes up with one hand, gets the ball back into the centre. Darragh Lohan is setting up a Clare attack. In it goes inside, trying to get that ball away. Now it comes out here to this side of the field, but it's David Reedy. David Reedy striking this one. Will it curl? It just curls at the last moment, and the ball goes to the right of goal, and it goes wide. David Reedy operating at centre half forward. Ball kind of bypassing him quite a bit in that first half, because it was coming all the way from the half back line right into the full forward line and in the Clare set up. But it's Diarmuid Ryan. He's on the ball at the moment. He's looking for options. Drill the ball into the corner here. Mac Rogers running out there. Owen O'Donnell right on his shoulders. O'Donnell going out there, getting the stick in just in time here, coming out with the ball into the middle of the field. It goes. It's going to be a free, so the referee Paul called the ball back to the far side of the field, and it is going to be once again Brian Hayes that will take this free for the Dublin men, but he's going to leave it to the goalkeeper Sean Brennan. Again, a man enjoying great success with Kula over the last number of years as well. Sean Brennan is placing this ball on the edge of the semicircle about to strike it, and he just rolls the ball back over to Owen O'Donnell on the far side, gets it back into his hand. Now he puts the ball on the stick and he's about to strike it. It's a long ball from way out the field. Aver is keeping an eye on it. Is it going to tail to the right hand side? It is, goes to the right hand side, and it goes wide. Matt Waters of Clare Fruit and Veg and Healy Sparrow off licence in the Turnpike and Innes, our sponsors this afternoon here in this Division 1 final. Ball breaks up into the centre. It's been picked up inside by Paddy Doyle. Paddy Doyle looks around here, tries to place the ball to the far side of the field, trying to get back up in his feet, but it goes to Conor Lean. Conor is looking around here, gets it out to Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor popping the ball into his hand, back to Conor Lean, taking the shoulder, hefty shoulder it is too. But he stands up and then comes away with the ball. Back out it goes to the far side of the field, into the hands it goes. Again trying to get that ball away to the far side of the field. Good work out there to the far side. Ian Gavin was now the ball coming out to the far and popping in and popping the ball straight over the bar. We were watching what was happening here, but I was
number 12.
Yeah, watching what was happening here on the sideline here as Darragh Power popped that ball straight over the bar once again for the Dublin men. 2:15 to 2:7, 2.5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, I thought it'd be casual by Clare. This crossfield ball is lethal, because if it's intercepted, the consequences are mighty.
That's a brilliant catch from Paddy Doyle, taking the ball from right under the nose of Peter Duggan there, coming away with that ball. It's going to be a free for the Dublin men back in their own 45 metre line. It's going to be left to Conor Donoghue for a moment. Now he's going to leave it to the far side of the field. Now he's going to take it. Now they're both all going to leave it out here, and it's going to be a free for Dublin on their own 65 metre line here. And it's going to be Cian O'Sullivan has already landed to take this one. Interesting to see what the breeze will do with this one for the for Cian O'Sullivan from St. Bridget's in Dublin. I think I'm nearly certain that was the club of our great sponsor Pat O'Donnell at the moment. So it's going to be once again Cian O'Sullivan about to strike this one. It's a long ball from way out the field, distance no problem, direction spot on, straight over the bar. It's a brilliant strike from Cian O'Sullivan right down here under us in the commentary box, popping it over the bar. 3 in a row for Dublin. Clare 2:15, Dublin 2:8. 39 minutes, 4 minutes gone here in the second half.
I think Clare need to react now, because the Dublin now have the last 3 scores got, and we just need to put our hand on the puck out and get a score on the board.
It's a long ball into the space it goes, trying to win that ball, but again on the knees down there is Ian Galvin sending the ball across, but Dublin again winning that breaking ball. On it goes to the far side, picked up out there and running onto was Cian O'Sullivan from way out the field. At a pause, switching that ball across to the far side. That's a brilliant catch down here outside, and it's going to be a referee. Is he going to have a word here at the moment? It's going to be free in for Dublin, dead straight in front of the goal, and it is going to be Conor Cleary, I think, that will be spoken to. No, Conor's gone back into the goal mouth at the moment, so he's going to, let's see what's going to happen. Free in it is for Dublin, for Cian O'Sullivan, dead straight in front of the goal, and this will be Dublin's 4th of the second half here, very, very shortly, let me tell you.
Yeah, Clare struggling to get the ball over their half forward line into the danger area. Dublin have mopped up a lot of the breaking and second balls now. Tap over for Sullivan.
It certainly is. Pops the ball high and sends the ball straight over the bar on the stick of Keane O'Sullivan. It's 2:15 to 2:9 here at the moment. We're 5 minutes in to the second half here, 40 minutes on the clock as Eber getting ready for the puck out.
Yeah, Peter Duggan has made the run, but I'm not sure will he have the distance. No.
Again, the ball is won there in the middle of the air by Paddy Doyle. Back to the far side to Conor Dunho, dribbling that ball into the centre, rolling that ball, again trying to take on the Clare men to the far side of the field, looking for support, getting it out here, again going to the ground, one and here, looking around here, wins the ball back. Great work, Conor Burke, switching the play for us. We thought Conor McHugh was gone off, but he wasn't. He's back on here in the centre. Brian Hayes striving the ball from out the field. Again, it's high and it's popping the ball straight over the bar from the stick of Brian Hayes. Dublin very much back in this game, 2:15 to 2:10 now, with 5.5 minutes gone here in the second half. Keane O'Sullivan gets the breaking ball on the far side, now about to strike it way out the field, high, and sends it over the bar once again. 2-5 at half time. It's now 2:11 and there's 5 minutes gone here in the second half.
Just Clare just having come out of the dressing rooms, they've very, very lethargic, very, I won't say not interested, but Dublin have come out now and they're put the challenge to Clare.
Absolutely, ball driving into the centre once again. Dublin, again it's going to be a free in for Clare, far side of the field. Peter Dublin,
Mark Rogers fouled, I think.
Yeah, he was on the far side. It's going to be, as I said, looking up 4 between them at the moment. Mark Rogers has this opportunity for Clare to pop this one in. He's almost 55 out from the goal. That's the straight line, but a little longer diagonally right into the Innes Road goal here, waiting inside the Sean Brennan inside in the Dublin goal mouth here, as it is once again Mark Rogers lining up to take this one, facing into the terrace stand on the far side of the field. The terrace down here to our left hand side almost full at the moment as a long ball from way out the field drops in, and Mark Rogers gets Clare's opening score of this second half with exactly 7 minutes gone in the second half. 2:16 to 2:11, Clare lead by 5.
Yeah, I think there's probably a conscious decision. Paddy Smith is gone. I think he was on the yellow card, so Dublin management have made that call.
It's a long ball into the space that goes once again, trying to get that ball away to the far side. Again, there's a melee of players, a gathering of players right out here, but again it's won by Ryan Taylor. Taylor coming up, racing through the Dublin defence, takes the hit, gets it out to Darragh Lohan. Darragh Lohan out into the middle of the field by David Reedy. David Reedy gets the ball into his hand, delivering a ball out to the far side. Shane Meehan running onto it, can he control it? Goes to the ground, come away, fouls at the referee, and it is going to be a free in for Clare on the 20-metre line. Could have gone anyway, Tommy.
Yeah, but a good ball by Reedy. I think we spoke about that, the distribution of the ball, and the temptation was there for Reedy to have a go, but Meehan had made the run, so he gave it to him. It should be now. No, look, it's not easy. It's on the outside of the football D, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's on the inside of it.
Yeah.
If he's the other side of the line, he's inside. Out to the middle of the field, Mark Rogers lining up to take this one. As I said, down here to our left hand side, it should be, but it's a tidy enough angle. But for Mark Rogers standards, let's see what happens. Pops this ball, it's high, dropping the ball in, and the umpire's already going for the white flag. Pops the ball straight over the barrier at the moment. 8 minutes gone, second half. 2:17 for Clare, 2:11 for Dublin.
Yeah, just stems the dominance that Dublin had. They're going long again and probably looking for the second ball off of the head of them.
Up they go for a ball battled down into the centre, picked up by Darragh Lohan. Darragh Lohan running across, looking for support. He gets it out from Conor Lee, getting the ball into his hand, taking on the Dublin man, going to the ground, trying to get up. He does that, goes to the ground again. The referee Tomas Walsh just watching what's happening right down here in front of us. It comes away, Colin Malone comes away, but gets it out here to Niall O'Farrell, and Niall has time to look up, does that, brilliant ball, into the corner it goes, looking for Mark Rogers, trying to get it, and Rogers gets this ball up. He was going to strike and now decides to go through the centre. Now he's been fouled, and now it's going to be a free in once again for the man that was being fouled here, Mark Rogers, and we'll be able to see it here from right here in front of us, and it's going to be standing over this free at the moment. Again, Tomas Walsh just pointing a finger there, one of the Dublin players. I think it looks like Owen O'Donnell,
but
we'll keep an eye on this.
Brian Lohan wasn't too happy, I think, because he saw that now has been, it's kind of persistent foul, and we've spoken about him. Superb ball by Niall O'Farrell. Took out the free player here, gave it down to Rogers. Rogers, and the resulting free. So good play by Farrell.
Again, it's going to be Mac Rogers. We're almost in the eye line here, so we can tell you he strikes this one in and neatly pops the ball straight over the bar once again. It is coming up to 44.5 minutes gone here in this game. 2:18 it is for Clare. 2 goals and 11 points for Dublin here. Almost 10 minutes gone here in this second half. Puck out goes to the far side of the field. Fergal Whiteley going over there. Fergal Whiteley was pushed, and it's going to be a free in for Dublin. Far side of the field, Tom.
Yeah, it was one of those, just the forward probably, had that step in front, and Malone will plead that he was leaning in to get the ball, but it was a free all day.
Absolutely. Far side of the field. Keane Sutherland is the ball going in. Now it's there right on the far side, lining up to take this one right inside around the goal. John Heatherton waiting just at the right hand side, but Conor Cleary right on his shoulder as well. Rory Hayes is the man standing on the line, and the other man, of course, it is Ever, the standing right there at the moment, and again about to strike this one in. It's a low trajectory, dangerous ball in, but Ever Quilligan kept the eye on it, and the ball goes into his hands. Out it goes to Diarmuid Ryan, hand passing it into the space, out to Conor Lean. Conor Lean trying to pick this ball up, looks around here, goes back in, runs into traffic, back up on his feet again, rolls the ball out, did well again. Can he get into his hands? He does, and Mo moves the ball out to the middle of the field, out to Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor racing up to the middle of the field, relieving the Clare defence at the far side, delivering the ball in goes David Reilly. That's a fantastic catch. Ian Galvin it is going in, coming up with that one. Was he foul? No, says the referee, and now comes away with that ball. Now comes out to Darragh Lohan be tackled. Ball comes out of his hands, into the hands it goes to Conor Burke moving the ball across to the far side. Brian Hayes trying to go through the centre, looking for support. Darragh Lohan goes back, tries to get it into his hand. Peter Duggan is on his knees, and again trying to roll the ball. He gets up with it, he has the ball, gets it out to the far side, out to Cathal Malone, and Malone popping the ball right in front of Ian Galvin going out to the far side. Andy Dunphy onto the Dublin side, to the far side, trying to release that ball, strikes the ball from way out the field. It's a high dropping ball. It should be Sean Brennan's. It is Sean Brennan's inside in the goal, and gets the ball out to this side of the field, and once again it's Dublin on the attack, down to this side. Brilliant ball into John Heatherton, out to the far side, into Fergal Whiteley going through the centre. Can he strike it? He does. Can he score it? He certainly does. That's a brilliant score from Fergal Whiteley from Dublin. Great ball coming out of the fence, and again the play was held up, of course. Was the Clare's play was held up. Mac Rogers receiving treatment. 2:18 to 2:12 it is here, with exactly 12 minutes gone, second half.
Still, I know the new descent rules in and all that, but I thought, you can say it was 6 to 1, half a dozen of another debate. I thought Reedy was mauled up there. The defender knew what he was doing. He pushed him and held him out of the way. Mac Rogers now, lads, is walking off gingerly. I think I see Shanahan was warming up now. Whether it be him, it looks like.
We'll see in just a moment, but it is Mac Rogers. He's just let's just say he's walking off the field, but he's not rushing, I can tell you here. So whether it's a leg injury or something like that, we'll have to see what it is. But again, let's see who's going to come onto the side.
Diarmuid Stretch, I'd say, is taken.
Possibly Diarmuid Stretch coming onto the side. Yeah, it looks like Diarmuid Stretch will be making his way onto the side here. He's one of the players going back in here, so we can see the changes down here in front of us. But the play continues. Tommy, you can keep an eye on the substitutes. Peter Duggan is onto this one, gets the ball across into the hands, out to the far side of the field, and it comes back out here to the middle of the field, picked up there. Good work, Jack O'Neill. Now it's out to his clubmate Ryan Taylor racing through, now accelerating, ball whipped out of his hand to the far side, but Diarmuid Ryan is there as well, now getting the ball into the middle. Up goes Ian Galvin trying to get it, but again Dublin back with Chris Crummy. He's back, the man that's back tidying up the house here. Now it comes back into the space here of Sean Brennan. Now back it goes to Crummy again to the far side of the field. Will he try to strike it? He won't, and again it's going to be down here to the middle. Dublin still on the attack. It comes out to Keane Sullivan into the centre, and now sending out Fergal Whiteley from way out the field. It's a high dropping ball, but it goes to the right of the goal, and it goes wide. Diarmuid Stretch about to come onto the Clare side here, down here to our left hand side. Mac Rogers, the man that's limping off down here under us at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that later on, but it is Clare 2 goals and 18 points, Dublin 2-12. 49 minutes gone here in this game, 21 minutes left, 14 gone
Switches on the ball
half.
already, yeah. He made the break and ever look for him, so good start from switch.
And again, it's the ball right into the centre, goes inside. Shane Meehan trying to get control of it. David Reedy trying to wait for that breaking ball, but again, Dublin are tidying the ball up, gets it into the centre, picking that ball to the far side of the field, trying to get a great work from Paddy Doyle, and Paddy Doyle opening up the Clare defence. Down here to the far side of the field, it's a battle down here. Keane O'Sullivan, can he keep it in play? No, he can't, says the referee, and the ball goes out over the in-line and it goes wide on the far side of the field. It's up and down the field here at the moment. On the scoreboard, 218 to 212, Matt Waters of Clare Fruit and Veg and Healy Sparrow off licence, and the Turnpike in Ennis are kind sponsors once again this afternoon. Pucko goes to the far side, just goes right in behind Jack O'Neill at the moment, and again Jack O'Neill being challenged back there to the far side by Conor Donoghue, who's the man on the ball, into the central goal, picked up by Paddy Doyle. Paddy Doyle trying to get away, but Diarmaid Ryan snaps the ball out of the air, sends it right in the front. Was that a free? All day long it was the free in for Clare, and again going to the far side, it's going to be Peter Duggan that'll line up to take this one. Ian Galvin was the man making a nuisance of himself inside, but winning the free for Clare right in front of the man that fouled him there on that occasion, John Bellew. Peter Duggan dead straight in front of the goal, just outside the 20-metre line, wipes the familiar stick or bust of the hurley in under the left arm, about to strike this one, and pops the ball straight over the bar once again from the stick of Peter Duggan. It is 19 and a half minutes left here in this game. It is Clare 2-19, it's Dublin 2 goals and 12.
Yeah, again, good approach work. Ask questions. Galvin showed well for the ball, but I think importantly now Clare forwards are expecting that ball, so great attack by Rory Hayes.
Absolutely, to the far side of the field, whipping that ball around from way out. Once again, it's a high dangerous dropping ball
Ryan
from
Taylor.
Dillon. Absolutely, Ryan Taylor sending it over the bar, won the ball in the middle of the field, his second of the afternoon, and as Tommy was saying, just coming off the wrist, a very very small backswing on that one, popping it over. 19 minutes left, up they go for it, ball dropping into the centre, trying to pick that ball up, and picking it up is Fergal Whiteley going through the centre looking for Keane O'Sullivan, sending the ball back to the far side. Out it comes to the impressive Conor Donoghue, and Donoghue from way out the field once again. He's having a fantastic game in the middle of the field for the Dublin men. He's up at all sides of it, and again a real turn in the Clare side with 51 and a half minutes gone, 2:20 to 2:13.
Yeah, he's a great head for space, where the play is.
Again trying to get that ball away right down here in front of us. It's going to be, as Johnny Murphy's indicated, a Dublin line ball right down here under us at the moment, Tommy.
Yeah, and again, Shane, from the Banner Club, I'd like to pass on our sincere condolences to the Kilroy family and all the family and friends in the Banner on the sad passing of his mother. So our thoughts and prayers with Ronan Kilroy.
Absolutely, because he was at 20 training the other evening. I'd also like to give a mention to a great historian in many shapes and forms, and the great Pa Howard was sadly passed away during the week as well, and of course we can include many other people in that, but Pa was one of those men, I think from 1949 up to I think it was 2002, maybe two. He kept every Clare team that played every challenge game. It was an incredible book to get at the time, and so much information.
I told one of his extended family there at the funeral in Crusheen on the other evening that it was always behind the counter in Bohan's to solve any debates or arguments. It was pulled out like it was the Bible. So again, Pa, brilliant Clare man, brilliant supporter, and gentleman to the court.
Absolutely, it is going to be a free for Dublin right down here in front of us at the moment, and again it's about a strike from Keane O'Sullivan way out the field, dropping this one in. It's dropping in, and the umpire raises the white flag as he sends the ball straight over the bar. It is right now 17 minutes left here in this game, 18 minutes gone. It is 2:20 for Clare. It's Dublin 2 goals and 14.
Yeah, and again, the Dublin, with the breeze, are still prepared to, work the ball through the lines, asking questions to Clare. Again, another probably soft free.
It is
a free.
There's no question about it. It's a free in once again for the Dublin men inside the Clare 45-metre line here at the moment. Looking down here, Conor Donoghue just coming out here to the sideline just for a few instructions from a Dublin point of view. Keane O'Sullivan, it is Rory Hayes is the man with the ball. He's about to pass the ball back to Keane O'Sullivan, who's lining up to take this free very very shortly. Is there going to be more changes on the Clare side? We'll keep an eye on that in just a few moments as well, but it's all eyes on Keane O'Sullivan, free in for Dublin.
Yeah, and again, I think he's their third free taker, but he has been fairly successful since he's taken him over, and again well within his range.
He's lining up to take this one. We should be able to tell you, and we can tell you, that ball has gone in, and the ball has gone straight over the bar once again from the stick of Cian O'Sullivan. It's back to 5 in Park the Gael. It's Clare 220. It's Dublin 2 goals and 15 points. 16 minutes left here, all to play for, let me tell you, in Park the Gael here in Limerick Division 1B final. Puck out is right into the centre. Ian Galvin comes onto the ball, bypassed him. Diarmaid Fresh trying to get it into his hand. He's been challenged down there in the middle of the field, but the Dublin men win the ball back. And Dunphy coming in to win the ball, trying to roll the ball into his hand. Peter Duggan is in there trying to get that ball back into his hand. So is Colin Malone waiting for his Diarmaid stretch. Peter Duggan still in there, and now it's going into the far side of the field. Going in there is Fergal Whiteley. Ball going nowhere to Tomas Walsh, and it's going to be a throw ball very, very shortly. And the first two players that will line up to take this one, everybody moving away here at the moment. Changes on the Dublin side, lining up. Tommy will keep an eye on them. It looks like it's going to be Darragh Purcell that will come onto the Dublin side here at the moment. It is Cathal Malone trying to get the ball in his hands. He does that. Is he fouled? He's fouled in the middle of the field. It's going to be a free for Peter Duggan.
John
and a free for
Conlon
Clare
to come as well, I think. Now it'll be interesting to see where John will be situated. So again, Darragh Purcell is one of these live wire all action players. So again, will he be coming in for 8? Brian Lohan.
We'll see what the story is at the moment. Brian Lohan is coming off the Clare side. John Conlon is the man that's coming on. Peter Duggan is standing over the free. Coming off the Dublin side as well is going to be Darragh Powers coming off, and Darragh Purcell is going on to the Dublin team.
Yeah, and again, Peter Duggan just inside the halfway line. It'll be interesting to see where will Cathal Malone come to midfield. It looks like he is he? Well, it's fairly difficult to know with the system. Just out there, a straight line right down the centre. Let's see what happens when the stick of Peter Duggan. Now this ball landing straight over the bar once again. Back down here for the Ennis roll goal in Park the Gael. 56 minutes, 14 left here, and it is Clare leading at the moment by 6 I love those umpires that nod straight away.
It's out to Niall O'Farrell trying to race through the centre, delivering a ball right in inside. Again, trying to control it, going to the ground, up into the David Reedy, but he's back on his feet again to the far side of the field. But the ball just coming off the stick of Jack O'Neill. Jack was the man coming up along the line, far side of the field. Yeah,
it looks like David Reedy was. The medical team are in there now. It looks like a hip or a lower back injury, but did well to get the pass off. But I think Jack O'Neill probably wasn't expecting it to come that way. Again, it'll be interesting now to see will they leave Reedy on or will they take him with take no chances.
It's a line ball for Dublin, far side of the field, and it's Conor Donoghue taking this one into the space it goes. Cian O'Sullivan's running onto it, but John Conlon is out there first, and O'Sullivan trying to get the ball. He pops the ball out of his hand. He wins the ball back for Dublin. Into the space it goes. Diarmaid Fresh trying to control it, facing his own goal back here to our left hand side, trying to get control of it. He does that, gets it back to Aver. Aver looks out, finds Ian Galvin way down the field at the moment, into the hand of Cathal Malone. Cathal Malone back it goes to Diarmaid Stretch, and Diarmaid Stretch up along the line. Up it goes, brilliant ball out to Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill coming back once again, and again it's Diarmaid Stretch getting that ball into the centre. Now trying to move that ball to the far side of the field, looking around here. David Reedy looking around, gets the ball back to Jack O'Neill, and Jack into the wide open space. Jack was in 2 minds where the score would have passed it, and it goes to Sean Brennan, the goalkeeper, moving the ball from one side of the field to the other. Back over it goes to Darragh Purcell, and Purcell placing that ball up along the line, far side of the field. He's been chased by Diarmaid Ryan. Now he strikes the ball from way out the field. He drops the ball in, and the umpire comes out, picks up the white flag as he sends the ball straight over the bar. It is 12 minutes left here in Park the Gael. Clare 221, Dublin 216.
Yeah, wayward shot from a Clare point of view, and then it's punished at the other end. So, small learnings there. I know there was a difference of opinion as to.
It is a free down for Dublin inside their own 65 metre line, and once again is it going to be Conor Donoghue. He's the man with the ball in his hand at the moment. He might be the player that will drop it in around. He won't. Again, he's going to leave it to Cian O'Sullivan. He's way back, and again with the breeze behind him and a strong enough breeze here, that would be a huge score for Dublin right now, let me tell you. But again, there's going to be a change of helmets down here for Conor Donoghue. It is Cian O'Sullivan standing over this one inside his own half of the field. 2 goals and 21 points for Clare, 2 goals and 16 2:16 for Dublin, and there's 11 and a half minutes left here in Páirc na Gael. Cian O'Sullivan lining up to take this one, 2:15 to 2:5 at half time. So again, it's a long ball way out the field. I think you can look for a white flag. You certainly can from the stick of Cian O'Sullivan, popping the ball straight over the bar. It's back to 4 in Páirc na Gael with exactly 11 minutes left here. It is Clare 2 goals and 21 points. It is Dublin 2 goals and 17, and the crowd are beginning to get very, very noisy under us. Not sure where they're all from, but as I said, the Gaelic ground beginning to fill up very, very fast here. Puck out into the middle field. Diarmuid Stretch goes up at the hand. Does brilliant, gets the ball away out to Niall O'Farrell, back to John Conlon, and John Conlon looking around here, looking at options, looking around, still trying to pace this one. He's looking for Diarmuid Ryan on the far side. Up goes Diarmuid Ryan, but the ball based out to the far side, picked up out into the middle by Ian Galvin, gets it back to Diarmuid Ryan. Diarmuid Ryan trying to control it, again being challenged on the far side of the field, still trying to hold that one, looks around, pops the ball in and sends the ball straight over the bar on the stick of Diarmuid Ryan. Did well, had quite a bit of work to do to get on to eventually get on to striking that ball, but the puck comes here. 2:22 to 2:17. Clare lead by 5. Niall O'Farrell going back trying to control this ball. It does challenged out here, comes off the stick out here, and it's going to be a free. It's going to be a line ball down here for Dublin, right under us here, under the eyes, right almost in the dead centre of the field. Conor Dunho will line up to take it, or will he? Again, he looks like a man that's going to place this ball. This will be interesting. John Conlon gone back into the pocket right in front of the goal, well, a little further out than that, now moving the ball to the corner. Conor Dunho with this strike, great ball into the space it goes. Conor Lean should be the first man to it. Will he be the first man to get it? Again, takes the hit out here, and again the referee is going to have a word there with one of the Dublin players. Heatherton, is it? Yeah, John Heatherton will receive a yellow card here. Free out for Clare, and it's going to be, let's see who's going to take this one.
It was a lazy slap. Now, Lean was moving at pace, and he left the hurley in. I don't think there was any great malice in it, but it'll be interesting now. Dublin have cut off this side, so it's going to force Clare into hitting at the other side, or wait for someone to make that run. Yeah, it looks like Reedy is poised to make that break.
There's a pocket. Let's see what happens. Ava is about to take this one, and Ava Quilligan with a long ball, dropping just outside the 20-metre line. Peter Dunn goes up at the hand, comes up with it, grabs the ball. Now he's looking for support. Again, gets the ball there into the centre, trying to move it around. Again, Cathal Malone trying to fight for that one. The referee is down there. Both players have clashed on the ground here.
I think heads.
Yeah, absolutely. A head clash down here, so we'll be held up here for just a few moments. And as I said, 2:15. It was 2:15 to 2:5 in the at the half-time score. So Dublin outscoring Clare here at the moment. 12 points to 7 here in the second half. There's 61 and a half on the clock here at the moment, and the clock will stay going, and the additional time will be added on. It can be different in different codes in different ways, but that's the way it is this afternoon here in Páirc na Gael in Limerick. One of the Dublin players still down.
Peter Duggan is up anyway. Yeah, I think both players went down to rise the ball, but came from different directions, and I'd say just clashed heads. So
all back on their feet, and they don't feel just bring the helmet back on. Peter Duggan is down there as well.
Will it be a throw in or indirect free?
Indirect free, I would imagine, because that will create less hassle.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it will be. It's an indirect free, and it is once again going in Dublin's direction, and this one will go into the space.
Peter Duggan, no, they had to come off it once the helmets were off, weren't they?
Yeah, both players are off here until the play stops here the next time now. And again, it's a long ball from the hands of Conor Burke. Is dropping into the zone here, dropping into the space. It goes to Dublin trying to get through. Is it? No, it's not. The referee is waving play on here right in front of the Clare goal. A shot, a goal! It's a goal for Dublin right down here to our right hand side. That tack coming back here. Whiteley was the man that waited for the ball to come out, and he whipped the ball into the back of the net. It is now Clare 2:22, Dublin 3:17. Add up all that, 28 points. It's a 26 it is here, and there is exactly 7 minutes left here in a sun-drenched TUS Gaelic Grounds here. It is out to the far side of the field. There's a battle on the way here for the closing 7-8 minutes. It'll be out to the middle of the field. The ball dripped in. Again, Dublin winning that ball back to the far side, getting it back into the space, into the centre goal. That's a brilliant ball into Paddy Doyle. Paddy Doyle now trying to get it across to the far side. Over it goes to Brian Hayes. Ball goes back to the ground. Brian Hayes going back trying to pick it up. Clare leading by 2. It's a long ball from way out the field. It's high. It's dropping in. Again, the ball going to the left of the goal, and it's going wide. 2:22 to 3:17. Clare lead by 2. There is 6.5 minutes left here plus the additional time in the fair. Now it comes up to Ian Galvin. Ian Galvin trying to pick this up, trying to dodge away inside, about to strike this one. That's an outstanding score by Ian Galvin, way out on the sideline here, popping the ball straight over the bar. Very, very tidy angle. It's back to 2:23 to 3:17. Clare lead at the moment. Commentary compliments of Matt Waters of Clare Fruit and Veg and Healy Sparrow off licence in the Turnpike and Innes. A long way from the Turnpike is Sean Brennan. He's the man on the ball for Dublin at the moment. And now it's a long delivery into the space it goes. Could there be a breaking ball down into the centre? Again, there is a breaking ball back out to Keane O'Sullivan. Oh! Again, taking the ball off and the ball going in, and didn't go over the bar. Again, it did go over the bar, and what a fantastic save once again it is by Eva Quilligan, coming out, urging the players on here in the closing minutes.
Yeah, I think it was Keane O'Sullivan again, was this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keane O'Sullivan, the man making the break through the centre, but again Eva Quilligan popping that ball. Again, what a cracking shot there from Keane O'Sullivan, and as usual from Eva Quilligan, top class save. It is 2:23, that's 29 points. It is 3:18 for Dublin, that's 27. Clare lead by 2. Isaac Cusick and all the gang
is coming on there, see?
Isaac Cusick and all the gang are listening down here at the moment, and again looking up, we're looking down here on the sideline as the ball breaks into the centre. Clare still trying to get away with it. It's Diarmuid Stretch, he's on the ground, he has the ball in his hand. It's going to be a free in for Peter Duggan and a free in for Clare.
Yeah, again, Peter Duggan used his strength to hold off, brought the ball to the ground, and Stretch picked it up, and as Thomas Walsh clearly indicated, was hauled to the ground. So again, an important one now for Peter Duggan, just inside the 65.
Again, he's waiting to take this one. Again, looking around here, Peter Duggan will line up to take this one down here to our left hand side. Innes Road goal. Again, looking down here, Sean Brennan is inside in the goal mouth. I don't think it'll trouble on Peter Duggan striking this one in, and the umpire waves the flag as he sends the ball straight over the bar. 2 goals and 24 points for Clare. 3 goals and 18 it is for Dublin at the moment. We're coming up to just 4.5 minutes plus additional time left here in Division 1B final.
Yeah, I think Dahi Lohan was warming up out there, so we'll be expecting him.
Again, Fergal Whiteley coming onto this one. He's been challenged on the far side of the field. Challenged it is. Rory Hayes driving in there to the far side, taking on Ronan Hayes. It's all happening on the in-line. The umpire is down here, and if he can see what's happening, he has some sight. I can tell you, there's a load of players on the ball at the moment. Who's coming away with it? It's coming out to John Conlon. John Conlon looking across, looking for Eva. That's the man he finds, and Eva Quilligan is going to deliver a ball out here to this side. Ian Galvin, what a target man he is up front, has again been challenged down here at the moment, looking around here, sending the ball right into the centre, and again Ryan Taylor going across here. Keane O'Sullivan coming onto, and Keane O'Sullivan delivering a fantastic score once again for the Dublin men, popping the ball straight over the bar. Changes on this side, and coming onto right now is going to be Dahi Lohan that's coming onto the Clare side, and coming off is going to be Conor Lean.
Yeah, Clare will be disappointed with that. I thought, we had done the hard work over in the corner where again, Ian Galvin probably just didn't go to hand, but maybe we would have been better moving the ball a lot forward. Conor Lean, he looks like he's struggling at the moment, with either cramp or injury. He hasn't a whole lot of hurling done this year, so again, Dahi Lohan has missed all the season so far, so it's an opportunity for him.
It's going to be the puck off from Eva Quilligan right down here to the far side of the field. Up they go for the ball. 2 between them here. 2 goals and 20, and it begs out to Diarmuid Ryan. Diarmuid Ryan going through the centre. Will he pop it over? He sends it in, and that's what he does. He pops the ball straight over the bar once again from the stick of Diarmuid Ryan. 2:25 for Clare, that's 31 points. 3:19 for Dublin, that's 28, with exactly 2.5 minutes plus additional time left here. Ball going out over the line. He almost had it, was Cathal Malone, but it stays on the line to the far side. Everybody moving away here. Line boss is Johnny Murphy.
Yeah, again, just went off the hurley. He had just flicked the ball away, so.
And we remind patrons not to go off the pitch.
Again, he's going to place this one down here. It's Conor Dunn placing this ball right on the line. There's a number of announcements down here under us at the moment. We'll keep an eye on the play. It comes back out to Cathal Malone, slipping this ball out. It goes into the space to go. So it's picked up inside by Owen O'Donnell for Dublin. He switches play from one side of the field to the other. At the key, out in the middle of the field to Conor McHugh. McHugh up along the line here. Dahi Lohan coming out. Fergal Hadley trying to get that ball away, but it's picked up by Keane O'Sullivan. And Keane O'Sullivan dropping this dangerous ball right into the edge of the square ball breaks into the centre, again trying to move that ball right in front of the goal. Here is at the moment Tomas Walsh is going in. There's been a challenge out there, coming away with it. Lohan trying to get into his hand, takes the shoulder, he goes to the ground, the ball is loose in front of the Clare goal, trying to move it. John Heatherton is in there waiting for the ball to break out to the far side. Who's going to take control of this one? It's Cathal Malone to take control of it, dives out, loses the ball, fouled, and it's going to be a free in for Dublin. It's going to be a free in for Dublin. Probably a throw ball, Tommy. Again, I would imagine
the first of the day.
Absolutely, it's going to be a free in for Dublin, dead straight in front of the goal. There's 1 minute plus additional time. There's 3 minutes of additional time. So from right now we have 4 minutes of action right down here, and this is an opportunity once again for Dublin. Score 225. That's 31 points for Clare. 319 for Dublin. That's 28. There's 3 between them at the moment, and Cian O'Sullivan
struggling to do the sums. I was.
No, we'll get there. Out to the middle of the field. It's going to be a free for Dublin, dead straight in front of the goal. Cian O'Sullivan, what's he going to do? He knows right now there's probably 3.5 minutes of action. He pops the ball straight over the bar, as you would expect, sends it over. It's back to 2 in Páirc na Gael. 2:25 to 3 goals and 20 points. It is 2 between them. 69. We're heading into the 70-minute mark very, very shortly. Then plus 3 minutes. You can add on to yourself. Out to the middle of the field. It's a long dropping ball. Again, up they go for it. Up goes Peter Duggan. Ball goes to the side. Ryan Taylor almost trying to get through here. Again, trying to get onto it. Was he fouled? He wasn't. The referee play away, he says, as Dublin come away with the ball. Out into the middle of the field. Trying to challenge it. It comes on to Owen O'Donnell. Owen O'Donnell for Dublin. Into the centre again, trying to move that ball away. It's out to Chris Crummy. Back to the far side. John Conlon comes in trying to get the ball. And John Conlon going back. He's winning the ball. He's on the ground. And again, the referee says play away. And now he's back. Now it's going to be a free for Clare on the far side of the field. And again, it's going to be, let's see who's going to take this one. David Reid moving way in towards the goal.
Yeah, I think it'll be Ever maybe. I don't think he'll be any great hurry, I don't think.
Well, he's not, and in fairness to him, Ever is the man that'll take this one. On the scoreboard, it'll tell you there is 2.5 minutes of action left here. Ever Quilligan coming out to his own 45-metre line.
Just while he's on the ball, they're a great man to organise the stag party.
Out to the middle.
He was the chief organiser, so.
Out to the middle of the field. If you could organise this score for Clare now to be worth it, be better than the stack party maybe. Out to the middle of the field. It's a long ball. It's a dropping ball into the edge of the square. Peter Duggan is under it. Ball breaks inside. Ian Galvin almost on it at the moment, but the ball coming away. Again, one back there to the middle. Back to Sean Brennan, the goalkeeper. Will he get room to strike it? He does. He gets it out here to Paddy Doyle. Paddy Doyle gets it back into the centre, but it's one back by Shane Meehan. Shane Meehan has the ball in his hand. He's looking for support. Again, it's a high, dangerous ball. Diarmuid Ryan is under this one. Can he get his hands on it? The ball going back, gets it back to Sean Brennan, gets it out to the middle of the field. Diarmuid Ryan runs the ball back again. Now he's looking for support, strikes the ball in, and he sends the ball over the bar. What a super score from Diarmuid Ryan out of absolutely nothing whatsoever. Pops the ball straight over the bar. 2:26, that's 32 points. 3:20, out is 29. Again, it's back to the far side of the field. Once again, it's Dublin on the attack. Rory Hayes trying to get the stick in there on top of Brian Hayes. Ball goes back to the ground, trying to win it, and Rory Hayes wins it. Fantastic performance from Rory Hayes. Out to the middle of the field. It's a long ball. It's into the space it goes. It's going to drop right over the line. It's not how it wasn't, but again comes off the stick down here at the moment. There's Shane Meehan out over the line. Line ball for Dublin. It's back to the side. We're moving in. 50 seconds left here in Páirc na Gael. 2:26. That's 32 points. 32 to 29. Dublin need a goal as the ball rolls into the centre here. There's the closing seconds of the game. It's one back the other side. Andy Duffy trying to get that ball away. He's been fouled, and Dublin will have very little choice but to lob this one in around the house here at the moment, because we're into the closing 30 seconds of this game. In around they go to the middle of the field, and if Clare can clear their lines on this occasion, it could be all important. 2 goals and 26 points it is down here to our left hand side, and again it's tapped in. It's the ball is dropping in. It's very high. Right to the edge. Up they go, trying to get the ball into the far side, trying to get that ball away. Free out for Clare. A free out for Clare. Up they went for the ball. John Heatherton, I think, went up in the air. If with the hand, if he went up with the hurley, could have ended up anywhere.
And I think it was Diarmuid Ryan who was up here 30 seconds ago actually got the block or the flick away that pulled the free forever. Now I'd say put it dead. I'd say put it out over the sideline here into Lohan's hand. I'd say
again it's going to be Ever Quilligan, and this ball dropping up, and the referee has blown the final whistle here in Páirc na Gael. What a battling second half this has been by the Dublin men, but it's Clare who come out on top here. Again a margin 2-26 at the end of the day. It was a well-earned Division 1B final, I can tell you that.